Welcome back for day 2 of division. Today we're going to go over just a few more steps. We're going to be using our ratio table again, and we're going to expand it to go to some bigger numbers. We're also going to go over different ways to how people show what division means. Again, if you missed yesterday's video, it might be a good idea to go watch that for a quick refresh. Try those math problems today. And then today, watch the video and try the new problems that I have for you, because they will be slightly different than what Mr. B's class did. Maybe Miss Kellers did it in her class, but Mr. B's class, this will be a little bit new, but you'll still know how to do it. So, the first things I want to talk about is the ways that we can show division. So a lot of times when you're doing addition, you might have 9 plus 4 equals 13. Another way we can also write, this is horizontal, we can write it vertically. 9 plus 4 is 13. These two equations mean the same thing. And it's the same way when we have subtraction and multiplication we did it. Division is a little bit different. You can still have 12 divided by 4 equals 3. But another way that we can show it is they have this special symbol that will look like this. And when you read it, you have to read it a little bit different. Let me make it big and bold so you guys can see it on the TV. So you have 12 in the middle, and then this right here, sometimes you'll see it with a check, sometimes you'll just see it like that. So they will look slightly different. 12 divided by 4 is on the outside, and then you write it equals 3. So I'm going to point to the different pieces as we go through so you know how to read them. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. I'm going to show you another one, and then I want you to shout out where you think I would put them. So I'm going to have 16 divided by 8 equals 2. So I'm just going to write my divided by symbol first. This time I'm only going to do it, I'm not going to use the check. So where does my 16 go? Here, here, here. Correct, underneath. 16 divided by 8. Where would my 8 go? 8 goes on the outside. 8 equals 2. So when you see a 16 divided by 8, this is the same thing. You'll find out why we do it this way when we do Wednesdays and Thursdays. This is the long division. We're going to do almost long division, but not quite. We're going to do an intro to it. So if you see 16 divided by 8, it's the exact same as this. Today's practice problems are going to look more like this. They won't have the answer above it, but they're going to look more like this. And so I want you to know that these are the same things. You just read it kind of inside to outside. 16 divided by 8 equals, and then your answer's up here. So we're going to start off with a slightly easier one today, just like we did yesterday, and then we're going to get to some bigger ones. I'm still going to use the ratio table today when we do it. Tomorrow we're going to learn a new concept. So I'm going to have up here, let's see, 203 divided by 5. The numbers are going to get bigger today. So our first one, we're going to set up with our ratio table. 203 inside divided by 5 to outside. I'm doing my ratio table. I like to get my head set. So my first multiple is 1, and it's a 5. So it's the same way that we were doing it before. I'm going to make some big steps today because after my practice yesterday, I'm starting to be able to make big steps. So let's say I want to go 10. 10 is 50. Still not quite there. Let's say I can do 20. 20 is 100. I'm going to double it again. I'm going to do 40. And I'm going to get 200. Can't double it again, but let's maybe add 1. 41 times 5, because remember they're multiples, would equal 200, and I added one more 5 from up here, so 205, ooh, too big. So we know that our answer is 40 remainder something. And to get my remainder, I'm going to go 203 minus 200. And you will get 3. That is how we do it. And then where would I write my answer? Right up here. 40 remainder 3. One thing I want you to do, and Mr. B did it wrong so he could prove the point, is I didn't line these up by place value. So when I erase it and I write it by place value, my 40 is going to go above the tens. We don't have 1. My 0 in 40, or my 1s will go above the 1s, and then the remainder goes after. That's going to be important for tomorrow to line them up. Let's try another one. And the other one's going to be bigger, but today's aren't going to have remainders for you, so you don't have to worry about remainders. So our new problem is going to be a big one. It's going to be 7,056 divided by 7. This may look big and scary, but you can break it down into pieces that you know. So when I have this big number, what can I do with my ratio table? Right, we can make big jumps. The last one we were doubling, maybe this one we multiply it by 10 every time. So I like to start with my head so I can get it start. I know I'm doing 7, so 1 times 7 is 7. I'm going to make a big jump. 10 times 7 is 70. 100 times 7 is 700. Not there yet. 1,000 times 7 is 7,000. Now we're much closer. So we know that it's going to be at least in the thousands because it's close. So we have this 56 that we have to get up to. Some of you may know your math facts right off the top of your head. You can go ahead and fill it in. If you don't, you can slowly walk yourself there. So what if I go 1,001? What does that get me over here? Well, if I have 1,000, it's 7,000. If I add one more 7, it's going to be 7,007. I happen to know that 7 times 7 is 49. So if I go 1,007, that gets me 7,000. And then what's the last part? 49, just like I said. Almost there. So 1,000, I'm going to add one more. 8. So I have to add 7 on this time. 7,056. So 7,056 divided by 7 equals 1,008. And I made sure to line up my place values. That is it for today. It's a short video. If you have questions on the practice problems, let Mr. B or Miss Keller know. You can also ask your parents, have them watch the video and show them what you're doing. You might have to actually teach them a little bit. If they have questions, have them talk to Mr. B or Miss Keller. I hope you have an awesome day. You guys rock. This is hard. We can do it together. Bye.